In this video, we're going to be going over the volumes 2 through 5 from the One Piece manga. I'm going to have all the covers up here on a rotation so you can see every single one of them because I do read these digitally. Now, let's get into some of my favorite highlights from these volumes. I'm not going to go into full detail of everything that happens, but let's get into it. Right off the bat, we're getting introduced to one of my favorites, Buggy the Clown. And honestly, even his double fruit is pretty convenient, being the Chop Chop fruit. We get to see in the panels how it works, how it's utilized, and honestly, it's one of my favorite fight scenes between Luffy and Buggy. We also get introduced to a little tiny side story of a dog and his store owner, and we get to see why this store is so important during the battle between Luffy and Buggy the Clown. Next, we get introduced to Usopp, and we get into his village to see why he's considered the liar around town, and also a little bit of his backstory. We also get this conflict between the Black Cat Pirates, and I honestly think it's one of my least favorite fight scenes that happens during these volumes. But I understand there needs to be some conflict, and of course we end up with the best reward ever, the Going Merry. Going Merry is probably one of my favorite ships throughout the series. You'll just understand why. This ship goes on the craziest adventure of its life, and with that, last but not least, we finally get introduced to the Baratier, where we see some handsome cook working his way through that named Sanji. Luffy has his eyes set on Sanji, so let's see how it plays out in the next volumes.